The Super Mario Bros. Movie is better than you think, and I'm about to explain why in 3 ways. When the Super Mario Bros. Movie was released in 1993, it was panned by critics, being stated that, despite its grandeur, it was a novelty at best. And all the kids who were anticipating a film based off the Disney caliber video game character that was so hyped up by countless video games and The Wizard in 1989 were equally disappointed by the Super Mario Bros. Film. It looked and felt nothing like the video game, with a Blade Runner-like atmosphere, and the most subtle references like having a guitar-playing protester just happened to be called Toad. Hell, it took about over half the movie just to have the Mario Bros. Wear their iconic overalls. Siskel and Ebert gave the film 2 thumbs down, stating the movie had tonal inconsistencies and lacked narrative. It's well documented that development for the movie was a mess, with Mario actor Bob Hoskins calling the whole experience a nightmare, and that him and co-star John Leguizamo would get drunk each day of filming. But Leguizamo in 2013 said he was proud of the movie because nobody had done something like that before. And that's true, as Super Mario Bros. Was the first live-action movie that was based on a video game. Even Nintendo apparently never complained about the film, with Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto saying that at the very least, the film was fun with a lot of effort put into it. Clearly the film had dealt with more than enough problems, as there was never a sequel despite the cliffhanger ending, and no live-action Nintendo movies until Detective Pikachu in 2019. But my point being is that even though the film has been dragged through the mud for decades, and for many, rightfully so, there has been an ever-growing appreciation for the film as people have stopped and looked back at the film. Not for what it mistreated, but for what the film did for itself. For what the Super Mario Bros. Movie accomplished in its own right, and how it uniquely adapted such a wild video game. So in this video, I will tell you why the Super Mario Bros. Live-action movie from 1993 is better than you think. Wait, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because that helps me upload more videos and know that you like content like this. How do you adapt Super Mario Bros? Needless to say, it is a bizarre series full and through. You got bird creatures that shoot eggs out of their mouth, raccoon suits, mountains made of chocolate, and that's just the top of the glacier. By 1993, the most recent mainline Mario game was Super Mario World from 1990, and all the games are pretty simple in concept with a nonsensical, wacky world. So how do you make a live-action version of this? A stumpy plumber and his dragon and horse fighting off evil turtles in a land filled with green fields and giant mushrooms? Again, there was no previous example to go off of aside from an obscure Japanese animated film. But this is live action we're talking about. I mean, you could go a weird Jim Henson route like Labyrinth or Dark Crystal, and in theory that would be awesome. However, the movie wasn't made by Jim Henson Company, and pretending it was would make it look phonier and arguably worse. So the filmmakers took inspiration from other fantasy movies like Wizard of Oz, Ghostbusters, and Back to the Future for the direction of Mario. The production design strayed away from the familiar mushroom-ridden valleys and dinosaur-filled islands for a bleaker, darker, grittier portrayal of the Fantasyland. This takes the idea of Oz and flips it on its head in a way that you wouldn't have expected going in. When Mario and Luigi enter the Mushroom Kingdom, it combines elements of the series like fungi, dinosaurs, and the otherworldly feel, but in a post-apocalyptic sense, contrasting the normal reality of New York. Could you have imagined if the Mario Bros. Entered this new world and it looked like Teletubbies? The film took a risk, and not only is it visually striking, it turns the kingdom into a world you're curious about, do something new and unique to the movie that you can only get here. There will never be another Mario movie like this, and while some say that's for the best, the fact is that this is one of the most unique takes on the franchise, and that makes it special. In an age where Mario games are so similar to one another in style, watching this movie is a breath of fresh air, similar to how amazing the Sonic Sat AM cartoon was for its gritty take on the otherwise bright, jumpy Sonic compared to the silly adventure shows or even Sonic X. The writers aimed for a subversive adventure comedy along the likes of a Return to Oz, and regardless of what you say, the film did achieve what they aimed for in terms of style. Now, while the style may be different, you may be asking yourself, it's too different and they don't portray Mario correctly, or they don't have enough from the universe in this movie. You can say that, and yet there's more in this than you think. It's a city, sprinkled, it's littered with references more than just name only like Toad. The first act of the movie has a bunch of hilarious tiny jokes like the plungers on the wall in Mario's apartment, the Italian restaurant, the Spider-Man 2 pizza song incorporated into another tractor in the car chase. These are all silly things I can't help but connect to the Italian-related jokes from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show live action segments. The Big Cheep Cheep, aka Big Bertha, is a large woman wearing a spiked red leather outfit fitting the world. Koopa's tower has walls lined with spikes like in Mario 3. He has a flamethrower for his fire breath. He wears a scaly suit. His dinosaur form in the pod is reminiscent of Mario World. The image of Koopa with a chainsaw is surely a reference of actor Dennis Hopper in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The bullet bills, the bombs, the Womchus, the coin reward for the rock. The Goombas are very big, but they had to be if to be somewhat menacing. The de-evolved gun is even a super scope. And the best part is that the Mario Bros even do some plumbing work. Sure, the movie took its own liberties in a variety of aspects, but don't tell me it didn't have enough Mario in it, because it did. And what you didn't see, you're just missing. And among all of this is the amazing production. While critics blasted the film for its narrative and tone, what were praised were the film's special effects, artistic direction, and the actors' performances, and I couldn't agree more. You watch the film, and aside from the prehistoric era animation that looks like kid pics, the production design is stunning. Every shot is filled with details that you can spend so much time looking at. Yoshi, who looks like an actual dinosaur, is also amazing. Remember, this film came out before Jurassic Park. The score is grand and equally whimsical, and the movie is genuinely funny, accompanied by a great cast. Even if Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo drank the entire time, they still gave good performances. Mario storming out of the convenience store saying, "Everybody got tap water," is just funny. The Mario scene is enjoyable, I said it, and even though Luigi gets the girl, Mario gets a whole harem of ladies. Mamma mia! There weren't any video game movies to go off of aside from some inspired films like The Wizard or War Games or Tron. So how do you even begin to make a movie based off an Italian plumber fighting dragon turtles in the land of giant mushrooms? Super Mario Bros. Starts off with a familiar theme but veers off in its own direction using references and its own artistic liberties. The production was top notch and is a genuinely enjoyable movie if you just let it be itself. It took a rather intense challenge of adapting a world of things that made little sense in a live action setting and turn it upside down in more ways than one. They combine aspects from the video game and incorporated in their own vision, whether directly or indirectly, one way or another. And of course, the film visually looks amazing with its set design, score, and special effects that hold up extremely well even to this day. This movie really is a weird fever dream of Mario, and isn't that what Mario is down to its core? Super Mario Bros. Is an estranged fairy tale of a magical world with bizarre creatures and hyper-imaginary landscapes. It's a Wizard of Oz story taking a direction akin to Akira with the appearance of Super Mario, and you can believe that! Since its 1993 bomb-dropping release, the film has gained a cult following in more recent years. Because despite its shortcomings, the film did have plenty of good things going for it, and even most of the crew, including Nintendo themselves, didn't hate it. Rather, the video game company believing it tried too hard to replicate the game instead of being better. It innovated new film techniques like the Autodesk Flame for CGI and showcased possibilities to video game movies to come, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tomb Raider. Regardless of what you may believe the movie to be, it did revolutionize certain things and has left a significant cultural impact as well. For the longest time, I was on the train of hating this film, but rewatching it again more recently with an open mind for the film doing its own thing made me realize that while yes, there's an array of issues and questionable choices like having the two main characters wear each other's colors for half the movie, it's still a fun adventure with a wildly imaginative look, fun acting, and memorable moments that, from now on and moving forward, will only get better with age. Super Mario Bros. The movie ain't no game, it's a film that's better than you think. So let me know what you think about this video. If you want to see more deep dives like this, more stuff from Cinesleaze, let me know in the comments below or on Discord or Twitter at JanjoZone. And of course, until then, have a wonderful day.